Alright, I'm hoping this is going to be the last video I make about COVID-19 and about stupid motherfuckers. And I'm going to make this one quick. I'm even talking fast to get through it. I was at the store earlier today, and this is what I'm talking about with stupid people. I'm not talking about rational people like myself and other people that I know that have a rational fear of something that we're learning about as we go through it. I get that. I'm at the store, and this dude's talking to another dude, and I jumped into the conversation. We were just talking, kind of just having a back and forth, shooting the shit. We're all kind of panicked a little bit about this. And within about 30 seconds, the guy starts going on about how it's a government, he didn't say government conspiracy, but he said he leans kind of in close, still practicing, thank him for that, still practicing social distancing, but he leaned in a little bit, like his whole body just leaned forward a little bit, and he goes, I'll tell you what the problem is. This is a conspiracy to lower the population. This is all about population control. Now, first off, the first thing that makes no sense with that whatsoever, that shows his complete idiocy, is population control and unleashing a virus that would kill a bunch of people is not the same thing. Population control assumes that you have control over the population. If you unleash a virus, that means a deadly virus, you're not going to know how that virus is going to affect the world, especially if it's a virus that hasn't already been out and about and we've been able to test its mortality rates and things like that, its lethality, and those types of issues. That's not control, that's chaos. That's the complete opposite of control. Population control would be like China's one-child policy in their suburban rural areas, or wherever. It's not all of China, but everybody knows, most people know that China has a one-child policy. That's population control. That is taking an issue of population and finding a way to control it to some degree, to lower the birth-death ratio so that you're not having too many people living in a place and nobody can work, and then there's homeless people all over the place, and there's starving people, and people are fucking dying on the fucking corner, and you can't walk into a fucking store without somebody fucking laying on a street corner somewhere, and you got to step over them to get in there. That's population control. Unleashing a fucking deadly virus is not population control. Now, I'm going to explain to fucking conspiracy theorists. Basically, I'm going to explain to about 3 people that are going to watch this, and I'm pretty sure all 3 people that watch this are going to be normal people that don't need me to explain this, but I'm going to explain it anyway, because this is just my way of venting. There's 3 ways that you could do that. There's 3 ways that you could unleash a virus. One would be that you could employ and use a group of people, all of which have different skills that will allow you, you have somebody that's got the money, you have somebody that's good with computer tech, savvy, things like that, maybe people that are good with disguises, all that type of shit, where you could get your way into a facility, and bring extract a virus, to pick up a virus physically and take it out of the building. And that's not going to be easy. When you're looking at buildings like, the CDC facilities in Yosemite that house some of the deadliest viruses in the world, you don't just walk in and grab a fucking deadly virus and walk out with it. So the ability to do that is going to require a lot of money, a lot of planning, a lot of time, a lot of risk, a lot of people. And that's when the off chance you actually follow, get it done. The second way to do that is to do it alone. That means you got to be one of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet, because you got to understand virology, because you're not going to be able to get enough of the virus to infect a bunch of people all at once. You need to get enough so that you probably would have to get the virus and try and replicate it and synthesize it in some way. Jesus Christ, fucking S word's fucking me up. You'd have to synthesize it in some way to make more of it. And then you would also have to have the money. You'd have to be ruthless. and which you obviously you would be if you're trying to steal a virus that's going to kill a bunch of people. So there's a lot of things there that are going to play in. The another way to do it is to do it again on your own, but to basically just coerce or force the people in the positions of power to get you what you want to do it. So that means buying them, buying their loyalty, buying their, hey, I need you to go get this, I'll give you $2 million, blah, blah, blah. Or taking their children hostage, something like that. And then you'd have to kill them all, because when it's all said and done, there ain't no, I'm going to go run off to a country with a non-extradition policy. If you ever get caught, doesn't matter what country you're in, the entire world's being infected, so you're going to be wanted in every country. It ain't like it's just going to be one country that's going to be like, hey, give him back. It's going to be like, nah, we ain't giving him back, we're going to take him, because plenty of people in our country are dying. Those are the 3 ways of doing that. And here's why the whole conspiracy theory about a government or a group of people unleashing COVID-19 on the world for population control falls flat. One simple reason. In order to do all of what I just suggested and pull it off, and you walk out of the fucking building with a fucking virus where 80% of the people have minor flu symptoms, and depending on the numbers and where you're getting them, you're looking at a 1 to 3% mortality rate. If you're going to go through all the shit that you got to go through, you're not going to get one of the sissiest, bitchiest viruses in the history of the fucking world. You're going to get Hanta, you're going to get Ebola, or something like that. Something that has an 80% mortality rate, and that to this day, that we've been studying these things for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, still don't have vaccines for, or if we do, and sure, shit ain't been made public, and even if we have them, you could still do a large deal of damage before people realized what was going on. So why the fuck would you go through all that? Why would you risk everything if you believed radically, if you had a radical or extremist type belief that you needed to do something to make the world a better place by killing off a large population of the planet, and the way of doing it is to steal a fucking virus that makes you sick with the common flu? This is what I'm talking about when I say I live on a planet with fucking retards. People actually believe that shit. And that literally, within 10 seconds of him saying that, I immediately was waiting for him to take a breath so I could be like, all right, buddy, I got to get out of here. Good talking to you. Because at that point, it was obvious that this guy's a fucking idiot, and there's no point in having a conversation with him. There's people out there that believe this. I'm not talking about, like, I got a coworker that was hypothetically talking about, conspiracy theories and people unleashing viruses. I'm not calling him an idiot. He wasn't talking necessarily about this virus. He's just saying that there are scientists out there, and, shit can get fucked up, and it's possible that could happen. He wasn't saying that's what caused this outbreak. He's just talking about in general. We're just having conversation. So I'm not calling him an idiot, but this guy believed it. He leaned into me a little bit and was like he had a nugget. Hey, this is what it is. This is population control. Really? There's 7 billion people on the planet. And worldwide, what is it, 50,000 people have died, or some shit like that, and a lot of that was in China, where health codes are pretty fucking lax, and you got the wet shops, or whatever the fuck they are out there, where they're fucking mutilating, fucking butchering dogs and cats in the street, wild stray animals that who the fuck knows what they have, and then people wonder why we get these viruses, and why they come out of places like Wuhan, China. Get off your leather couch, turn your fucking 72-inch TV off, and fucking learn about the rest of the world. Everywhere else is not like it is here. There's great places in China and Japan and Asia, places like that. Christ, even the Middle East, you got fucking, what is it, I can't fucking think of the damn name of it. Doesn't matter. There's plenty of nice places out there, but there's a lot of shitholes out there. You know, you turn on the news, you think it's a coincidence that almost every person in China is walking down the street with masks on a daily basis? I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about for the last fucking 10 years. You think, like, that's a coincidence? You think they're just the most paranoid people on the planet? They're all germophobic? You bunch of Howie Mandels running around like, hey, man, I'm gonna fucking, hey, high five. Like, no. It's because they know that where they live, shit's fucked up. And they're fucking jam-packed like fucking sardines in a fucking tin can. Of course shit's gonna come out of places like that when that's how you fucking go through life. Spraying, using a hose to spray down the fucking street while people walk by like it ain't no big deal that you just fucking butchered 5 fucking 30-pound dogs. Who knows what parasites they had. I mean, get on YouTube, watch bot fly removal. BOTFLI, bot flies. See who they're removing the bot flies from when it's not animals. It ain't never in America. There might be Americans that are having bot flies removed, but it's because they went to another fucking country. Health codes are different in other places. Stop with the conspiracy theories. Viruses exist, they get out, people get sick, and people die. It's that fucking simple. And if you're gonna fucking create a virus to kill off the world population as a conspiracy because you're a terrorist or you're a fucking crooked part of the government, you're not going to use COVID-19 that has one of the lowest mortality rates of any fucking virus in recent history. You're going to find something better. That's it.